stood on October the 23rd, 2000, in Sydney, Australia, on the medal podium, in second place position. Lucas Christian had won the gold, and on the far side was Victor Gordson, who won the bronze medal. The national anthem of Sweden was played. And as we were on that medal podium, for just a brief moment, I said, man, it would sure be cool to be on that top. We got off the medal podium, we were ushered into an elevator, and as we were sitting or standing in the elevator, and we're about to go down, Lucas looked over at me. Now, 2 weeks ago, I was sitting in a coffee shop, Pikes Peak downtown, and I was doing some research and some studying on the topic for a book I'm considering writing. And as I was doing this topical research, I came across a YouTube clip of a Nike commercial with the great Lisa Leslie. Lisa Leslie, wonderful basketball player, 4-time Olympian, great for Women's History Month. But she's an amazing woman, and as she is going through the motions and the slow-mo and these stills, she comes up at the last moment, dunks the basketball right to the goal. And the commercial for Nike at the bottom says, as she's going for the Olympic Games, you do not win silver, you lose the gold. And I was excited about that commercial until I remembered I won the silver medal. As I thought and reflected on that statement, I began to try to put that into my own life. Did I win silver? Did I lose the gold medal? And as I contemplated that over and over again, I decided that I really didn't necessarily agree with that statement. And it wasn't because I won the silver medal. It was because I began to look at that statement more as a statement of entitlement. What I mean is, for me to say that I should have won the gold medal over Lucas means I think that I had deserved something that I did not earn. And we see that time and time again, I think, over in society. The first place is, from the medal stand ceremony, for me to say that I should have beaten Lucas is to discount what he did in preparation to beat the other two athletes. He earned the gold medal, I earned the silver medal, Victor earned the bronze medal. But everybody else earned what they earned too. Fourth place earned fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh. Wherever you finish, that is what you earn. So the first thing I learned was we earn what we earn. The second place I think this is uniquely engaged goes into our society. There are many times I've been talking to teachers that parents will literally call up professors to try to change a grade of a student who did not earn the particular mark that they wanted to get. Is that a correct statement?
Yeah.
I find that fascinating, that if a student wants to be rewarded for the effort of work that they did, but just because you did a lot of work doesn't necessarily you earned that grade. I think that permeates within inside of our society. I think the third place where it really permeates inside of our society is you take that place of education and then put it into a world of sport. In our Little League systems now, in our Pop Warner systems, or in systems of T-ball, especially in T-ball, everybody that participates earns the medal at the end of, or the trophy at the end of the season, just for participating. I remember when I was growing up in Oak Park, Illinois, on the west side of Chicago, that when we went outside for recess and the recess school bell rang, we all were on the playground and we would pick teams, captains on either side. And at the end of whatever sport or game we were playing, bragging rights went to the team that won until the next day. Then you reshuffle the deck and pick another team. The team earned what they earned. There was no ribbon for second place. You just had the bragging rights for that day. And the final place where I think this entitlement system pushed itself into is in our society of debt. Credit cards. The average American, I was reading this morning in a poll from Experian, says that most Americans have 2 credit cards, and on those 2 credit cards have $4,000 worth of debt. $8,000 worth of debt average across the United States. And those are for items purchased that are not yet earned, because we still haven't had the money to pay for those items. We earn what we earn. So I tell students all the time, when that credit card comes in the mail for you because you're now a student, they think you're going to make all this money to pay off all your debt that you just got into school with, to not accept the credit card, to earn it with cash, to work a job, pay for it. Most of them will go to, well, what about a house? What about my credit history? What about a car? I don't understand why we always go to the most extreme thing, because we need to focus on the little things first. Don't buy that hamburger with your credit card, because if you can't pay it at the end of the month, that hamburger that costs $7 may be costing you $14. And if you don't pay it over time, that hamburger that was $7 may cost you $50 in all these fees. So in that elevator, when Lucas turned to me, he said, "Feels good, doesn't it?" And as I took that medal out of my pocket for the first time, and I had it in my hand and I was looking at it, I looked back at Lucas and said, "Yeah, it does feel good. It took me 20 years to earn this."